Hey, this is Rich Osweiler from PremierGuitar.com, coming to you from the 2011 Montreal Guitar Festival, and I'm standing here with Ken Parker and his brand new Stella model. And Ken's going to tell us a bit about it, what he does, and a little bit on his design technique. Ken, how are you?
Everything's solid, man.
Excellent. Well, tell us a little bit about this baby.
Well, this is a brand new guitar, just a couple weeks old. It got named Stella by my partner, Karen, because it's loud. So it's not a model, actually. It's just an individual guitar that gets called Stella. So I don't really have a model, but they all have different personalities and a little bit different character depending on how I voice them.
Tell us a little bit about the voicing in particular for the Stella.
Well, this guitar has a hard maple back and sides. It's the first time I've used sugar maple. And I'm very impressed with it. It seemed to give the guitar some extra power. It's quite a loud guitar. The top of the guitar is a lovely piece of Italian spruce, alpine spruce, and it's very lightweight, very pretty. It was fun to work with. And I don't know if you can see inside, if you have enough light inside, but the tops of my guitars are very, very lightly braced, and it's one of the ongoing learning things that I do as a builder. I'm just trying to figure out how to get the top to behave in a unified way so that it's as energetic and efficient as it can be. It's the way I think the loudest guitar isn't that much louder than a regular guitar. Do you know what I mean?
I do, sure.
So to give a guitar player a useful dynamic range, it's important not only to add volume at the top end of the range, but also to add sensitivity at the bottom end of the range. And that's key to giving a good dynamic range so that you can play more expressively. So that's one of the things I'm looking forward to accomplish with the guitars. The other ones that are primary for me are evenness and note separation. And I think I've come a long way towards that since the early 70s when I built my first Archtop.
Right on. Can you tell us a little bit about a little more about the other appointments on the guitar? It's looking like bridge tailpiece. Is that ebony?
Sure. The bridge is ebony and it's hollow. If you were to pick it up, it looks like a tent. It's nowhere thicker than about a 1/16 of an inch. It only weighs about 24 grams. And so that's part of the issue I was just speaking to about getting the guitar to behave energetically with low input. So the bridge is light, so there's not a lot of mass to accelerate. When you tickle the guitar, it's eager to get going.
Okay. And can you talk a little bit about the tailpiece and
Sure.
It looks like it's almost a ball joint.
It is. There's a pin that goes into a bushing in the tail block of the guitar. It's a round pin, and the tailpiece just hooks on it. It's held on by the string tension. And the cool thing about that, not only is it adjustable for height, but it also can be adjusted for twist, which voices the guitar. It's a tone control. So in this position, this will make the bass a little bit more energetic and responsive, and it'll soften the treble response. And to move the tailpiece the other way does exactly the opposite. The bass gets kind of fluffier and a little slower, and the top gets more strident. It's a real interesting feature.
Very cool.
So otherwise on this guitar, there's, all of the guitars that I'm building now have a unique neck attachment and adjustment feature, so that in order to change the action of the guitar, you just turn this Allen wrench and it elevates the neck one way or the other. The nice thing about that is I've arranged it so the guitar stays in tune when you change the actions.
Okay.
So I think that's unique.
Novel concept.
Yeah. The other cool things about this are that because there's no heel on the guitar, by the time you run out of places to put your thumb, lo and behold, there you are, being able to cover the whole second octave. So that's useful accessibility, just as good as any electric guitar, better than many. So that's one cool thing. The other thing is, when I deliver guitars to Europe, for example, I can demount the guitar neck and put it in a separate bag and walk on the plane with 2 bags with all the guitar pieces in it. So that's kind of comforting to know that you're not you're not giving the guitar to your baggage handling.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. The other thing that can happen is, for example, if somebody plays this guitar and say, gee, I love the way this guitar sounds, I want to own this guitar, but the neck is the wrong size for me, or I play 7-string, I can make a neck to their specifications and simply install it on the guitar.
Okay.
So.
Well, Ken, very cool as always.
All right.
Could you let our visitors know where they can find out a little bit more about you and your company and your guitars?
Sure. I work alone, and I'm at kenparkerarchtops.com.
Thanks again.
All right. Have a great day.
This is Rich Osweiler from PremierGuitar.com coming to you from Montreal Guitar Festival. Thank you.